भी कलाकार का जीवन एक विस्तृत कैनवस की तरह होता है, जिसमें वो अपनी कल्पना शक्ति, अपने अनुभवों, अपने विचारों से रंग भरता है और तब वो संपूर्ण कलाकृति हमारे सम्मुख प्रस्तुत होती है। विधा कोई भी हो, कलाकार का अंतर्मन उसकी कला में झलकता है। सुषम बेदी की याद में यह है आज के सत्र का नाम। अमेरिका के हिंदी साहित्य की प्रमुख हस्ताक्षर सुषम बेदी का पिछले दिनों निधन हो गया। उनकी स्मृति में उनकी पुत्री पूर्वा बेदी और छात्रा सुमा व्यास उनकी कविताएं और जीवन यात्रा का लेखा जोखा लेकर हमारे सम्मुख आ रही हैं।
कहते हैं किसी के जाने से एक जिंदगी तो खत्म हो सकती है, पर जो रिश्ता उस इंसान के साथ होता है वो कभी खत्म नहीं होता। वो हमारे साथ जीता रहता है, एक खुशबू की तरह हमेशा हमारी यादों में घुला रहता है। इस साल की शुरुआत में जब हम सब ने सुषम जी को खोया था तो ऐसा लगा कि बस अब सब खत्म। पर वक्त के साथ ये एहसास हुआ कि उनका भौतिक शरीर भले ही हम सब से दूर चला गया हो, पर जो रिश्ता उन्होंने हम सब के साथ कायम किया था, जो रिश्ता उनका हिंदी साहित्य और भारतीय संस्कृति के साथ है, उसकी महक तो हर तरफ रची बसी है। और हो भी क्यों ना, आखिर अमेरिका में हिंदी की भाषा की माँ उन्हें यूं ही नहीं कहा जाता था। लेखक, कहानीकार, कवयित्री, अभिनेत्री, एक बहुत अच्छी अध्यापिका जो माली की तरह हर एक विद्यार्थी में छुपी प्रतिभा को पहचान कर उसे संवारती और निखारती थी। जैसे माली एक पौधे को अपना वक्त, समय, ऊर्जा सब देता है, वैसे ही साहित्य के क्षेत्र में नई उभरती प्रतिभाओं को अपना मार्गदर्शन, अपना वक्त, अपनी ऊर्जा सब संचालित करती थी। और रिश्ते बनाने की कला में तो वो माहिर थी। तभी तो उनके परिवार के अलावा आज तक उनके विद्यार्थी, उनके साथ काम करने वाले लोग, उनके साथी उन्हें भीगी आंखों से याद करते हैं। बस आज इसी महक के साथ कुछ पल गुजारने के लिए हम दोनों साथ साथ बैठे हैं। मैं सुमा व्यास और पूर्वा बेदी, जो कि न सिर्फ एक प्रतिभाशाली अभिनेत्री है बल्कि हमारी प्रिय सुषम जी की सुपुत्री भी है। आज की इस छोटी सी मुलाकात में हम याद करेंगे सुषम जी की कुछ खट्टी मीठी यादें और दिल को छूने वाली उनकी कुछ कविताएं। पूर्वा, thank you so much for joining us. A very warm welcome.
Thank you so
How
much
are
for
you?
having me, Soma. I'm great. I'm really happy to be here today to think about my mom with you and to think about her poems, which were so beautiful. In these short little poems, they convey so much story and emotion and depth. So I'm really happy to be
That
here
is so
today.
true, and we are so glad that you are here. Why don't you share a special poem or a connection which you had with your mom?
Yeah, I will. And before I do, I just want to share that last year at this time, she was in Poorva. And after this trip, I remember her telling me, actually from the hospital, how wonderful, meaningful that time was, how she felt so much love and respect from her Hindi speaking and writing colleagues, and what a meaningful event it was. So I'm really happy that here we are a year later. We've of course lost her, which is awful, but that I'm able to be here in her stead and share some of her words.
That's so true.
Anyway, so moving on. I did want to share one of the poems that I wanted to share. A lot of people know it's called Ghar aur Bagicha, and which is home and garden. And I wanted to share it because when I think of my mom, she's my mom. She cooked amazing food, tandoori chicken, bangan ka bharta, wonderful curry, just really wonderful home, healthy, tasty foods. And, but the interesting thing about my mom is, as much as she was a wonderful cook, she never told me I should learn how to cook. And so actually I'm not much of a cook, except for now and then when I said, oh, mommy, can you teach me how to make this dish? I really love it. And then she would teach me. But much like later in life, not when I was a girl, because as much as she loved, taking care of her home and family, she was a real feminist in that she never wanted to impose upon me, her daughter, that was the way to be, or that I needed to know how to, cook and clean and do all of that. And of course, years later, I have a family, I have kids, we're doing fine. I cook a little bit. So I really appreciated the feminist in her that could be both a staunch feminist and a loving mother and a wonderful, wife to my dad. So here's Home and Garden. I do not need a house. I want to live in the garden. Don't give me those kitchen utensils, pictures to hang, tablecloths, pillows and pillowcases, brooms and dusters. I need air, earth, sun and rain, feathers and branches, wood and birds, trenches and ditches, stormy clouds, tidal ocean. Can you give me those? My love desires open skies, rainbow colors. I need to lie on green grass, not these colorful duptas or these silky saris, modest, protecting, the soft mattressed beds, quilts, silk nighties of disillusionment, escapes, deceptions, floral curtains of reassurances. I need instead to wrap around history, deal with politics, fight the blind and dark, aggressive armies and forces of conventions, break the fortresses of lines and rules. I have to find the words which are only mine, which can come out of me only, telling my inner story, should touch me, analyze me, give me voice, define me. I don't need a house, security or compromises, rotting society or the lopsided civilization of yours. Let me create my own world. Let me stay in the garden.
बहुत सुंदर, beautiful Poorva. Thank you so much for reciting this wonderful one. That was Susham ji, like a feminist at heart, in her action, in her words, and in her poems. So घर और बगीचा, इसका हिंदी में भी मजा लेते हैं. बहुत ही सुंदर कविता है. घर और बगीचा. मुझे नहीं चाहिए घर, मैं बगीचे में रहना चाहती हूँ. मत दो मुझे रसोई के बर्तन, सजाने की तस्वीरें, मेजपोश, तकिए और गिलाफ, झाड़ू और झाड़न, सोफे और गद्दियां. मुझे चाहिए हवा, जमीन, धूप और बारिश, पंख और डालियां, जंगल, परिंदे, खंदक और खाइयां, तूफानी बादल, हरहराता समंदर. दे सकोगे? मेरा प्यार आकांक्षी है, खुले आसमान का, इंद्रधनुषी रंगों का. मुझे लेटना है हरी घास पर. मुझे नहीं चाहिए रंग बिरंगे सुरक्षाई दुपट्टे या रेशमी लाजवंती साड़ियां. ये मुलायम गद्देदार पलंग, खैराती रजाइयां, गुलाबों की रेशमी नाइटियां या आश्वासनों के फूलदार पर्दे. मुझे ओढ़ना है इतिहास, उलझना है राजनीति से, लड़ना है रूढ़ियों की अंधी हमलावर फौजों से, तोड़ने हैं लकीरों के अभेद किले, खोजने हैं वे शब्द जो सिर्फ मेरे हों, मेरे भीतर से निकले, मेरी अंतर कथा कहते. मुझको छुएं, परसे, परचे, स्वर दे मुझे, मुझको परिभाषा दे. मुझे नहीं चाहिए घर, सुरक्षा या समझौते, घुन लगा समाज या एक पलड़े पर भारी तुम्हारी सभ्यता. मुझे गढ़ने दो अपना संसार. मुझे बगीचे में रहने दो, मुझे बगीचे में रहने दो. What a beautiful poem, Poorva. बहुत सुंदर. सुषम जी की पर्सनालिटी के बहुत डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स थे, एंड एज अ डॉटर यू मस्ट बी नोइंग अ लॉट अबाउट हर, मोर देन मी, बट शी केम अक्रॉस एज अ वेरी लविंग पर्सन, a loving mother, a loving wife, a loving teacher. And do you remember any of her poem which talks about this particular aspect, love, in her own words, how she saw love?
Absolutely, yeah. She wrote a poem about my father for him. And I love that one. It's called After You Left, well, in English. And she wrote it for him, and it's very personal. So I'd love to share that one.
Please go ahead.
After you left, whatever was there, anything you touched or you lived became you. the whiskey glass from which you drank sitting on the side table, the plate with its blue line where you relished aloo paratha, or the corner of the sofa where you sat and read your New York Times, the flipping of pages spread out before you, the books on the shelf with their familiar titles, the shivering creases on the sheets or on the pillows. On the threshold of the room, your sandals, a question in your eyes, or the soap sticking to the tile of the bathroom, rough toothbrushes and toothpaste. The saris hanging in the closet which you saw me wearing. The earrings which on special occasions you picked, wrapped, and had me wear. Now the touch of your fingers and the touch of your glance. I am thinking where you are not. And where you are not, can I be there?
बहुत सुंदर, बहुत सुंदर. प्यार की एक बहुत डेफिनेशन अलग सी थी उनकी नज़र में. एंड आई रिमेंबर वंस मीटिंग हर एंड योर डैड इन वन ऑफ द इवेंट एंड द लव दे हैड फॉर ईच अदर, द अमेजिंग केमिस्ट्री दे हैड. इट्स जस्ट टचिंग. सो तुम्हारे जाने के बाद हिंदी में भी उतनी ही सुंदर है पूर्वा. जो कुछ भी था तुम्हारा छुआ, भोगा, जिया, वह तुम हुआ. कांच का गिलास जिसमें विस्की का घूंट भर तुमने तिपाई पर धर दिया. वह नीली धारी वाली प्लेट जिसमें धरे पकवानों का तुम स्वाद लेते, या सोफे का वह कोना जहां पसर कर तुम न्यूयॉर्क टाइम्स उलटते पलटते और फैलाकर पढ़ते. शेल्फ पर धरी किताबें जिनका हर शीर्षक तुम्हारा जाना पहचाना था. शयन कक्ष में कांपती तुम्हारी सांसें, चादर की सलवटें, तकिए के गड्ढे, मंदिर की देहरी पर उतरी तुम्हारी चप्पलें. आंखों का वो सवालिया भाव. गुसल खाने में टाइल से चिपका तुम्हारा साबुन, खुरदरा टूथब्रश और वह खास दंत मंजन. अलमारी में लटकी वे साड़ियां जिन्हें मुझे पहनते तुमने निहारा. कानों के वे बूंदे जिनको किन्हीं मुबारक घड़ी में तुम्ही ने चुन्हा, बंधवाया, पहनाया. अब उन पर धरा तुम्हारी उंगलियों का स्पर्श, तुम्हारी दृष्टि की छुअन. सोचती हूँ तुम कहाँ नहीं हो. जहाँ नहीं हो वहां हो सकती हूँ मैं तुम्हारे जाने के बाद.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
सुषम जी की हर एक चीज को लेके जो उनके शब्द निकल के आते थे अंदर से, they were like beautiful, which directly came from her heart. And I am sure like you know, many others, like all we came from India, and it's not easy being here in a different country, from starting everything from the scratch as a migrant. And I'm sure your parents had gone through lots of ups and downs before they were able to find their own place, create a nice family among themselves, and providing a great future for both of you. Do you remember? I think I do remember one of her poems, which very nicely puts up the dilemma of a migrant person, the real, what they go through. Would you like to share that one with us?
I would love to. My two parallel lives, a migrant's state of mind. I have two parallel lives. One seeks the darkness, other one is wrapped in darkness. One craves for a light, other one is blinded by the light. One is longing for you, other one is trying to avoid you. I'm waiting for that one evening where both of them would meet, but I get irritated by the wait. While I keep hustling with the present, I pamper the lost past, and I get stuck in an ephemeral. Have I wished for this parallelism, this bifurcation? Riding on two boats at the same time, is this what desire is? Or is it the boredom of a journey which becomes the seed of a womb and gives birth to this parallelism, this duplicity? But this boredom is infertile. And the birth from this infertile womb would only give birth to hundreds of Daryodhans. Just like Gandhari's uterus. Why should I wish for Daryodhans? But then, why should I wish for Yudhishthir either? I myself am a half-truth. Brightness, absence of light. Darkness, absence of darkness. Silence, or deafening sound of silence. Like a war cry, making ears numb. Always swinging in between falsehood of trust and truths of misbelief. And to come back and realize, to live or not to live those relationships. Through these, I have learned what's good and bad for me. And though I may not be a good judge of diamond, but I can easily identify the coal. I may not find a pearl, but I can easily identify the sand. For me, Krishna is also a beaten slogan. Whether I adorn him in flashy attire in Queen's Temple or at a place of worship in my apartment, I do not long for the Krishna who filled Arjun with vigor in Mahabharata. Mahabharata is the story of two envious brothers and their cunning friend Krishna, who never gets defeated. And like any power-struck capitalist, deceives those brothers to kill each other. While with his stomach full, himself watches the spectacle of pandemic, rape, and vomits Gita on a celluloid screen, on a wireless wire. Culture has left the throne of my body. Culture has left the throne of my mind and body, and now sitting in a fashion designer's boutique, in the menu of a Mughalai restaurant, in the lewd brass statues, or in the imitation of Taj-like casino with clumsy and inexpensive decoration, every Tom, Dick, and Harry turns into representative of Indian culture, as if essence of India is an orphaned kid in search of a mother, or it is an infamous woman in search of a name. Is it divided or settled, this mysterious heart of mine, between two parallel lives, but lives somewhere else in an endless space, or that in an unknown closed alley? Whatever happens, I have to live. I have to take shelter in a safe nucleus. This is the only truth of these two lives, whether true or false. But then whatever it is, it is.
Wow, simply wow. And that's what like Susham is all about. Never hesitate to call a spade a spade. The way she put it, एक प्रवासी की मनस्थिति इतने अच्छे शब्दों में उस अंतर्द्वंद को उन्होंने रखा है कि इसका हिंदी का जो वर्जन है, जो उनकी ओरिजिनल पोएम है, वो भी बहुत अच्छी तरह इस अंतर्द्वंद को बताती है. मेरी दो जिंदगियां समानांतर, एक प्रवासी की मनस्थिति, एक अंधेरे को खोजती, दूसरी अंधेरे से लिपटी, एक रोशनी को तरसती, दूसरी रोशनी से चुंधियाई, एक तुम तक पहुंचने को आकुल, दूसरी तुम ही से बचती कतराती, किसी संझा में दोनों के मिलके आने का इंतजार करती और चिढ़ती इंतजार के नाम से, उलझती गुलझती वर्तमान से, सहेजती बिछड़े अतीत को, रह जाती अटकी किसी अर्ध विराम में. क्या मेरी चाही है ये समानांतरता, यह बंटवारा, यह दो नावों की सवारी? क्या ये चाहना है, या कि एक सफर की उबाहट ही क्षर होते होते गर्भ का बीज बन जाती है और जन्म देती है इस समानांतरता को, इस दोहरेपन को? लेकिन उबाहट तो बांझ है. इस बांझ से पैदा होने वाला गांधारी के पेट से निकले गोले की तरह सिर्फ सैकड़ों दुर्योधनों को जन्म देगा. क्यों हो चाह मुझे दुर्योधनों की, परंतु युधिष्ठिरों की कामना भी क्यों हो मुझे? अर्ध सत्य तो मैं खुद हूं, रोशनी ना रोशनी, अंधेरे अनअंधेरे, चुप या बोलती खामोशी के युद्ध नाद से बधिराती, झूठे विश्वासों और सच्चे बुलावों में हिंडोलती, जीने न जीने के रिश्तों में लौटती. यूं अपने अच्छे बुरे की पहचान मैंने भली सीखी है. हीरे की परख ना कर पाऊं, कोयले की परख जरूर जानी है. मोती न टटोल पाऊं, रेत की पहचान मुझे खूब आती है. मेरे लिए तो कृष्ण भी पिटा हुआ नारा भर है. उसे चाहे चमकती धमकती पोशाक पहना क्वींस के मंदिर में बैठा दूं या अपने अपार्टमेंट के पूजा शेल्फ में. महाभारत के अर्जुन में ऊर्जा भर देने वाला कृष्ण मुझे रास नहीं आता. महाभारत कहानी है दो दुश्मन भाइयों की, जिनका चालाक दोस्त कृष्ण कहीं मार नहीं खाता और किसी पूंजीवादी शक्ति की तरह बहका देता है उन भाइयों को आपस में लड़ भिड़ मर जाने को। भरे पेट देखता है तमाशा मारामारी का, बलात्कार का, और उगलता है गीता सेल्यूलाइट के पर्दे पर, बेतार तार पर। संस्कृति मेरे तन मन का सिंहासन छोड़ आ बैठी है किसी फैशन डिजाइनर के बुटीक में, किसी मुगलई रेस्टोरेंट के मेन्यू में, पीतल की बेढब मूर्तियों में, या ताज की नकल का दम्भ भरती किसी जुआ खाने की बेढंगी और सस्ती सजावट में। हर कोई टुच्चा पुच्चा टटपुंजिया बन जाता है यहाँ, भारतीयता का प्रतिनिधि। भारतीयता जैसे कोई अनाथ बालक हो किसी धाय की खोज में, या कोई बदनाम औरत हो एक नाम की खोज में। बटा है कि बसा है यह अदृश्य रहस्यमय मन इन दो जिंदगियों में, पर रहता है कहीं और, किसी अंतहीन अंतरिक्ष में, या कि किसी अबूझ बंद गली में। कुछ भी हो, मुझे तो जीना है, पनाह लेनी है किसी महफूज मरकज में। ये दो जिंदगियों का इकलौता सच है कि झूठ है, जो भी है। ये थी एक प्रवासी की मनस्थिति, जो कि बहुत ही देखा जाए तो बहुत दर्द भी था इसमें, बहुत सारा द्वंद भी था। There's a lot of pain, lot of
Yeah.
love. It's a mix of everything.
Yeah, and you know, my mom really, you know, she really dedicated much of her writing to the immigrant experience, to, you know, in her novels, her short stories. So what I love about this poem is it really just encapsulates in, you know, just a few minutes, so much of that struggle.
No wonder we called her the mother of Hindi literature in USA. She was the one who brought so much Hindi in America. So
Wow,
everything.
that's amazing. That's a wonderful name.
And interestingly, Poorva, even after...
I wanted to share another poem.
You would like to share another poem? Please go ahead.
A sort of, she has this poem, Flight, which has a positive kind of message in it.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was about to say, that after going through all these things also, the kind of positivity you had, that was amazing. And I was about to request you to share that poem of hers. Please go ahead.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
Great.
Okay, great. So I'll share Flight.
Yes.
Okay. And maybe if you want to press mute, Soma, then it won't pick up the little sounds while I read it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You talked about flying together. I asked, where are the wings? You said, I will provide you with the wings. I started flying. I asked again, where are the wings? You said, see, I have catched it. I started flying again. Suddenly, the stormy wind started blowing. I got scared. I asked again, where are the wings? You consoled. It's right there. Keep flying. I started looking here and there for the wings. I fell, tossed by wind on the rocky ground, in the thorny bushes. You said you didn't possess wings, but you used to think that wings grow as you take a flight. Then I saw you were flying too, without wings. You had good control over wind. You were hugging sky. I didn't want to wait for your fall while lying on the floor. Neither I want to see you tumbling and tossing. I feel scared that, like me, you might fall too on this burning earth, agonizing. Or you might start believing me, forgetting your strength and desire to fly. Or who knows? If your unflinching trust actually helps you in growing wings and you keep flying. So, is there any chance of me growing wings too? Don't forget to unmute now.
Yes, so much. It was a beautiful poem, Poorva. Thank you so much for sharing this. And especially in today's environment when everything is becoming so grim, so dull, we need such positivity. So I would really like to recite this in Hindi as well. Udan.
I would love that.
तुमने साथ उड़ने की बात कही थी. मैंने पूछा, पंख कहाँ हैं? तुमने कहा, मैं दूंगा पंख तुम्हें. मैं उड़ने लगी. फिर पूछा, पंख कहाँ हैं? तुमने कहा, वो देखो, लगा दिए. मैं फिर से उड़ने लगी. सहसा तूफानी हवा बह चली. मैं डरी. फिर से पूछा, पंख कहाँ हैं? तुमने कहा, वो है तो, उड़ती रहो. मैं इधर उधर खोजने लगी पंख. थपेड़े खाती गिर पड़ी पथरीली जमीन पर कटीली झाड़ियों में. तुमने कहा, पंख नहीं थे तुम्हारे पास, पर सोचते थे उड़ान भरने से उग आते हैं पंख. फिर मैंने देखा तुम भी उड़ रहे थे बिना पंखों के. हवा तुम्हारे काबू में थी, आसमान तुम्हारी बाहों में. धरती पर पड़ी मैं तुम्हारे गिरने का इंतजार नहीं करना चाहती. तुम्हें हरहराते भरभराते देखना भी नहीं चाहती. डरती हूँ कि यूं ही तड़फड़ा कर तुम भी चले आओगे जलती भू पर, और उड़ने की ताकत या इच्छा भूल मेरी हाँ में हाँ मिलाने लगोगे. या कौन जाने अकाट्य विश्वास ही उगा दे तुम्हारे पंख और तुम उड़ते ही रहो. तो क्या पंख उगेंगे मेरे भी कभी? ये थी उड़ान. अगेन बहुत बहुत प्यारा मैसेज है, बहुत ही सकारात्मक सोच वाली कविता है ये. कुछ आदमी, it's all about your imagination. If you imagine, you can do that. So that was beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think we can just keep going on and on, Poorva. There is so much to talk about your mother, but I think we are running out of a bit time here. So thank you so much for being here, sharing these beautiful poems and sweet memories. I wish it was a face-to-face meeting and I could just hug you.
I know, me
Talking
too.
to you, it just feels that I was conversing with her. We can never forget. We are so grateful for her invaluable contribution to Hindi language, literature, and culture.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Take care.
ऐसा कहा जाता है कि नाटकों में तत्कालीन समाज का प्रतिबिंब नजर आता है, और कई बार नाटक देखते हुए हमें भी ऐसा लगता है कि ये पात्र हमारी ही तो कहानी कह रहा है. आज एक लघु नाटक जो अंग्रेजी भाषा में है हम प्रस्तुत कर रहे हैं. इसके निर्देशक हैं आनंद राव और इस नाटक का शीर्षक है ओवरटोन्स. तो चलिए हम आनंद लेते हैं इस लघु नाटक का.
Hello, Namaste. My name is Anand Rao and I am talking to you from New Jersey, the United States of America. Welcome to Nammerica's production of Alice Gerstensberg's Overtones. Overtones is a very popular play. I'm pretty sure many of you may have watched it. And today I'm directing Overtones, which has a fabulous cast of 4 women. What happens in the play is 2 very good friends, Margaret and Harriet. They decide to meet for having tea and some cake. But the reality is they don't like each other, but they pretend to like each other when they meet. So what follows is their minds tell them something else, but they contrive to behave like somebody else. So what the playwright has done here is their minds have personifications. They are separate characters by themselves. So we actually have 4 women here, 2 of them real and 2 of them their minds. So what their mind says actually appears. So let's go and say hello to the characters. Harriet? Harriet, are you there, dear? There is
I
Harriet.
am what you wish the world to believe you are.
And she is followed by Hetty, her alter ego. Hetty, are you there, Hetty? Ah,
Hi.
there she is.
I am crude and real. You are my appearance in the world.
Yes, she is Harriet's mind. And then Harriet's dear friend, Margaret makes her presence. Margaret comes in. Are you there, Margaret? Ah, there is the lovely Margaret.
My life is complete.
Oh yeah, and she is followed by her alter ego who speaks her mind. There she is, Maggie. Hi, Maggie.
Go ahead, finish what I don't want to say.
These are the four women, two of them real and two of them the minds and the emotions. So that's a play we're going to watch. That's Alice Gerstensberg's Overtones. Okay, so before you go, Namerica is a video channel that I produce from the United States, and we do Kannada as well as English content, original video content. And please subscribe to youtube.com Namerica, Nammerica, that you see it right down here. And you can watch all our plays. Many of them are in Kannada too, and there are a lot of interviews, some of them in English, with people from Bollywood and Sandalwood and American entertainment industry as well. Alright, now let's go watch Namerica's production of Alice Gerstenberg's Overtones.
Harriet! 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 My other self! My trained self!
Yes?
I want to talk to you.
Well,
Oh, Harriet! You're so beautiful today.
am I presentable, Hetty?
Suits me.
I've tried to make the best of the good points.
My passions are deeper than yours. I can't keep the masks on as you do. I'm crude and real. You are my appearance in the world.
I am what the world wish to believe you are.
You are the part of me that has been trained.
I'm your educated self.
Yes, I'm the rushing river and you are the eyes over the current.
I'm your subtle overtones.
But together we are one woman, the wife of Charles Goodrich.
There I disagree with you, Hetty. I alone am his wife.
Harriet, how can you say such a thing?
Certainly. I'm the one who flatters him. I have to be the one who talks to him. If I gave you a chance, you will tell him at once that you dislike him.
I don't love him. That's certain.
Certainly. You leave all the fibbing to me. He doesn't suspect that my calm, suave manner hides your hatred. Considering the amount of scheming it causes me, it can be safely said that he is my husband.
Oh, if you love him,
I haven't any feelings. It isn't my business to love anybody.
then why need you object to calling him my husband?
I resent your appropriation of a man who is managed only through the cleverness of my artifice.
You may be clever enough to deceive him, Harriet, but I'm one still who suffers. I can't forget he's my husband. I cannot forget I might have been married to John Caldwell.
How foolish of you to remember John just because we met his wife by chance.
That's what I want to talk to you about. She may be here any moment. I want to advise you about what to say to her this afternoon.
By all means, tell me now and don't interrupt while she's here. You have a most annoying habit of talking to me when people are present. Sometimes it is all I can do is keep my poise and appear not to be listening to you.
Well, impress her.
Hetty, dear, it is not my custom to impress people.
I hate her.
I can't let her see that.
I hate her because she married John.
Only after you had refused him.
Oh, was it my fault that I refused him?
That's right. Blame me.
It was your fault. You told me he was too poor and never would be able to do anything in painting. Look at him now. Known in Europe. Just returned 8 years in Paris. Famous.
It was too poor a gamble at the time. It was much safer to accept Charles' money and position.
And then John married Margaret within the year.
Out of spite.
Freckled, cocky-looking thing she was too.
Yeah, Europe improved her. She was stunning the other morning.
Make her jealous today.
Shall I be haughty or cordial or caustic or you can...
Above all else, you must let her know that we are rich.
Oh, yes, I do that quite easily now.
You must put it on a bit.
Never fear.
Tell her I love my husband.
My husband?
Are you going to quarrel with me?
No, I have no desire to quarrel with you. It is quite too uncomfortable. I couldn't get away from you if I tried.
You were a stupid fool to make me refuse John. I'll never forgive you. Never.
Don't get me all excited. I'll be in no condition to meet her properly this afternoon.
I could choke you of robbing me of John.
Don't muss me.
You don't know how you have made me suffer.
It is not my business to have heartaches.
You're bloodless. You are nothing but a sham. Sham. Why,
Be quiet. I can't let her see her that I have been fighting with my inner self.
No. After all my sufferings, you say it has cost you more than it has cost me to be married to Charles? But it's the pain here in my heart. I've paid the price. I've paid the price. Charles is not your husband.
He is.
He isn't.
He is.
He isn't. I will kill you.
Don't. You're stronger than I. You are.
Stay. He's mine.
He's ours.
Oh, there she's now.
Wait. I can't let the telephone girl down here hear my real self. It is improper. Show Mrs. Cadwell up.
Oh, I'm so excited. My heart's in my mouth.
A nice state you put my nerves into.
Don't let her see you're nervous.
Quick, put that veil on, or she'll see you shining through me.
Well, tell her Charles is rich and fascinating. Boast of her friends. Make her feel she needs us.
I'll make her ask John to paint us.
That's just my thought. If John paints our portraits,
And we can wear an exquisite gown.
yeah, and make him fall in love again.
Yes. Oh, Margaret, I'm so glad to see you.
That's a lie.
It is enchanting to see you too, Harriet.
I'd bite you if I did.
Wasn't our meeting a stroke of luck?
I thought of you so often, Harriet, and to come back and find you living in New York.
Mr. Goodrich has many interests here.
Flatter her.
I know. Mr. Goodrich is so successful.
Tell her we are rich.
Oh my! What a beautiful lamp!
Do you like it? Miss, I'm afraid Charles paid an extravagant price.
I don't believe it.
I am sure he must have.
How well are you looking, Margaret?
Oh, yes, you are not. There are circles under your eyes.
I haven't eaten since breakfast and I'm hungry.
How well you're looking too.
You have hard lines about your lips. Are you happy?
Why shouldn't I look well? My life is full, happy, complete.
I wonder.
Tell her we have an automobile.
My life is complete too.
My heart is torn with sorrow. My husband cannot make a living. He will kill himself if he does not get an order for a painting.
You must come and see us in our studio. John is doing some excellent portraits. He cannot begin to fill his orders.
Tell her we have an automobile.
Do you take lemon in your tea?
Take cream, it's more filling.
No, cream, if you please. Oh, how cozy.
Only cakes. I could eat them all.
How many lumps?
Sugar is nourishing.
3, please. I used to drink very sweet coffee in Turkey, but ever since I've been back, it's been...
Oh, I don't believe you were ever in Turkey.
I wasn't, but it's none of your business.
Have you been in Turkey? Tell me all about it.
Ooh, change the subject.
You must go there. You have such good taste in dress. You will find the costumes very alluring.
Isn't she gonna pass the cakes?
John painted several portraits there.
Why don't you stop her bragging and tell her we have an automobile?
Cake?
Yes, at last.
Thank you.
Automobile!
Follow up the costumes with the suggestion that she would make a good model for John. It isn't too early to start getting what you came for.
Oh, what delicious cake!
There's your chance for the auto.
Yes. Isn't it a good cake? There's always a great many people buying it at Harper's. I sat in my automobile this morning 15 minutes for my chauffeur to get it.
Make her order a portrait.
If you stopped at Harper's, you must have noticed the gowns at Henderson's. Aren't the shop windows alluring these days?
Even my chauffeur notices them.
I know you have an automobile. I heard you the first time.
I noticed the gowns with an artist's eye, as John does. The one you have on, my dear, is very paintable.
Oh, don't let her see you're anxious to be painted.
Aw, it's just a little model.
Don't
Perhaps,
get the order.
perhaps this isn't the gown itself, but the way you wear it that pleases the eye. Some people can wear anything with grace.
Yes, I'm very graceful.
You flatter me, my dear.
On the contrary, Harriet, I have an intense admiration for you. I remember how beautiful you were. Girl, in fact, I was quite jealous of you when John was paying you so much attention.
She's gloating because I lost him.
Oh, those were childhood days in a country town.
Oh, she's trying to make you feel that John was only a country boy.
Most great men have come from the country. There is a fair chance John will be added to that list.
I know it. And I'm bitterly jealous of you.
Undoubtedly, he owes much of his success to you, Margaret. Your experience in economy and your ability to endure hardship. Those first few years in Paris must have been a struggle.
Oh, she's sneering at your poverty.
Yes, we did find life difficult at first. Not the luxurious start of a girl who's married into wealth.
Deny that you married Charles for his money.
But John and I are so congenial in our tastes that we were impervious to hardship and unhappiness.
Do you love each other? Is it really true?
Did you have all the romance of starving for his art?
Oh, she's taunting you. Get even with her.
Not for long. Prince Rear soon discovered John's genius and introduced him royally to wealthy Parisians who gave him many orders.
Oh, are you telling the truth? Or are you lying?
If he had so many opportunities, he must have had great inducements to come to the States.
We did, but not the kind you think.
John became a rage among Americans traveling in France, and they simply insisted upon him coming here.
Whom is he going to paint here?
Oh, what names dare I make up?
At present, Miss Dorothy Ainsworth is posing. You may not know her, but she is the daughter of a wealthy miner who struck gold in Alaska.
I dare say there are many Western people we have never heard of.
You must have found social life in New York so interesting. After the simplicity of our hometown, Harriet?
Oh, there is no need to remind us that our beginnings were the same.
Of course, the Charles family made everything delightful for us. They are so well connected.
Flatter her.
Heard it mentioned yesterday that you made yourself quite popular. Someone even said you're very clever.
Who told you that?
Nobody.
Well, confidences must be suspected. I mean, respected. He even said you're gaining quite a reputation as the critic of the arts.
I make no pretenses.
Are you and Mr. Goodrich interested in the same things too?
No.
Yes, indeed. Charles and I are inseparable.
Oh, I wonder.
Do you have another cake?
Oh, yes.
No. No, I really shouldn't. After my big luncheon, John took me to the Ritz, and we're invited to the Bedfords for dinner. You know, they have such a magnificent house by the drive. I really should, but your cakes are so good.
I'm starving.
More tea?
Yes.
No, thank you. How wonderfully life has arranged itself for you, Margaret. Wealth, position, a happy marriage, of every opportunity in life to enjoy pleasures, beauty, and the arts. Oh, how happy you must be.
Don't call me happy. I've never been happy since I gave up John. All these years without him, a future without him. No, no. I shall win him back and away from you, away from you.
I sometimes think it is unfair for any one of us to be as happy as I am. Charles and I are as much in love now as when we were married. To me, he's just the dearest man in the world.
Oh, my John is. I love him so much, I could die for him. I'm going through hunger and want to make him great, and he loves me. He worships me.
I should like to meet Mr. Goodrich. Bring him to the studio. John is doing some sketches and he would like to show. Not many because all his portraits are bought by the subjects. He gets as much as $4,000 now.
Oh, don't pay that much.
As much as that?
It's not really too much when one considers John is the foremost rank of artists today. A picture painted by him now will double or triple in value.
Oh, it's all a lie. He's growing weak with despair.
Does he paint all day long?
No, he draws advertisements for our bread.
When you and your husband come, telephone first.
Yes, so she can get all the advertisements out of the way.
Otherwise, you might come when he has a sitter. John refuses to let me disturb him then.
Make her ask for an order.
Lagrange offered to paint me for 1,000.
Louis Lagrange's reputation isn't worth that much.
Well, I've heard his work well mentioned.
Yes, he's doing some splendid work.
Oh, dear me, no. He's only praised by the masses. He isn't at all respected by the artists themselves.
Oh, must I really pay full price?
Lagrange thought that I would make a good subject.
Yes, let her fish for it.
Of course you would. Why don't you let Lagrange paint you if you trust him?
Oh, she doesn't seem too anxious to have John do it.
But if Lagrange isn't accepted by artists, it would be a waste of time to go for him.
I think
Wouldn't
it would. I think it would.
Give us the order. John is so despondent, he can't endure much longer. Help us, help me, save us.
Don't seem too eager.
And yet, if he charges only 1,000, one might consider it.
If you really wish to be painted, why don't you give a little more and have it really worth your while? John may be induced to doing it for a little below his price, considering we used to be such good friends.
That's very nice of you, Margaret. Of course, I don't,
For God's sake, say yes.
Of course, I don't know whether John would. He is very peculiar in such matters. He sets his value on his work and thinks it's beneath him to discuss price.
You need not try and make us feel small.
Still, I might quite delicately mention to him inasmuch as you have many influential friends, you would be glad to.
Finish what I don't want to say.
Help her out. Help her out.
Oh, yes, introductions will follow the exhibition of my portrait. No doubt I will.
Be patronizing.
No doubt I shall be able to introduce your husband to his advantage.
Ooh, saved.
If I find John in a prepotentious mood, I shall take the pleasure, for your sake, to tell him about your beauty. Just as you are sitting now, my dear, would be a lovely pose.
We can go now.
Don't let her think she's doing us a favor.
It will give me pleasure to add my name to your husband's list of patronesses.
Run home and tell John the good news.
Little did I guess Little did I guess when I came for a pleasant chat about old times that this would develop into a business arrangement. I had no idea, Harriet, that you had any intentions of being painted. By Lagrange, too. Oh, well, I just came in time to rescue you.
Run home and tell John. Hurry, hurry.
Managed the order very neatly. She doesn't suspect that you wanted it.
Now, if I'm not satisfied with my portrait, I shall blame you, Margaret. Dear, I'm relying upon your opinion of John's talent.
Oh, she doesn't suspect what you came for. Run home and tell John.
You always had a brilliant mind, Margaret.
It is you who flatters now.
Oh, you don't have to stay so long. Hurry home.
Ah, one does not flatter when one tells the truth.
Well, I must be going, or you will have me completely under your spell.
Yes, do go. I have to dress for dinner.
Ah, don't hurry.
I hate you.
No, I really should. But I hope we should see each other often in the studio. I find you very stimulating.
I hate you.
It is indeed gratifying to find a kindred spirit.
I came for your gold.
How delightful it is to know you again.
I'm going to make you and your husband suffer.
My kind regards to John.
Oh, he has forgotten all about you.
He will be so happy to receive them.
I can hardly wait to talk to him again.
I shall wait then until you send me a word.
I shall speak to John about it as soon as I can and tell you when to come.
Oh, I love him. I love him.
He's starving. I am starving.
I'm going to take him away from you. Away from you.
I want your money and your influence.
I am going to rob you.
Rob you! Rob you!
I had such a delightful afternoon, Harriet.
It has been a joy to see you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my dear.
Curtain falls, and that's the end of the play. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much. It was an honor to represent this play at the Tagore International Arts Festival, and this has been a great experience for us, and I hope you enjoyed it. So let me introduce you to the cast members. As Harriet, it was Jyoti Praswala. Hi. You can stay on, you don't have to exit. And as Hetty, it was Lakshmi Rao. And Margaret was played by Swati Anand.
Hello.
And Devyani played Maggie. Devyani Banerjee.
Hi.
Yeah, it was a wonderful experience for us, and I hope you're going to have as much fun watching this short play as much as fun we had creating this for you. Please go to the America YouTube channel and subscribe and watch us, and we have other plays as well. I hope to perform again for all of you. Alright, thank you and namaste.
भाव तरंग इस सत्र में आप सभी का स्वागत। आज हमारे साथ हैं गायिका संजुक्ता सेन। संजुक्ता जी गुरु पद्मभूषण गिरिजा देवी जी की सुशिष्या हैं। वे स्वयं एक कलाकार, गुरु और संगीतकार हैं। ख्याल, ठुमरी, दादरा, टप्पा, कजरी, चैती, होरी जैसे उपशास्त्रीय गान प्रकारों को कुशलता के साथ प्रस्तुत करने वाली संजुक्ता सेन, जिन्होंने अब तक अमेरिकन म्यूजियम ऑफ नेचुरल हिस्ट्री, यूनाइटेड नेशन, इंडियन काउंसिलेट न्यूयॉर्क, शिकागो, वॉशिंगटन डीसी जैसे कई स्थानों पर अपनी प्रस्तुति दी है और सभी को मंत्रमुग्ध किया है। एक और खास बात कि भारत के पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी की कविता को आपने संगीतबद्ध किया है और उसे अपनी आवाज भी दी है। तो आइए हम सुनते हैं संगीत की ये सुंदर और भावभीनी प्रस्तुति संजुक्ता सेन के साथ।
अब मैं आपके समक्ष राजस्थान की प्रसिद्ध मान सुना रही हूँ, केसरिया बाला और धारो मारी देश। चल एक बेगा उग जो, चल एक बेगो उग जो, मारा बदलारो देर पधारो मारे देर पधारो मारे देर केसरिया मालम आओनी पधारो मारे देसड़ी पधारो मारे दे पधारो मारे दे एसड़ी पधारो मारे दे एसड़ी पधारो मारे दे। अब मैं आपके समक्ष मेरी गुरु माँ गिरिजा देवी जी की एक ठोली सुना रही हूँ, राग किरवानी पर आधारित। तुम बिन नींद न आवे संवरिया, 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 तड़पू में जैसे जल बिन मछरिया, तड़पू में जैसे जल बिन मछरिया, तुम बिन नींद न आवे संवरिया।
नमस्कार। युवा प्रतिभा इस विशेष सत्र में आप सभी का स्वागत। भारतीय शास्त्रीय संगीत अपने आप में अनूठा है और गुरु शिष्य परंपरा के तहत प्राचीन काल से नए विद्यार्थियों को ये कला हस्तांतरित की जाती रही है। स्वर संगम म्यूजिक स्कूल के माध्यम से गुरु हेमंत कुलकर्णी इसी परंपरा का निर्वाह कर रहे हैं और आज हम सभी के समक्ष हैं उनके युवा शिष्य जो गायन प्रस्तुत कर रहे हैं।
Namaste. My name is Ishanvi Mishra. I'm 11 years old and I am from the Swara Sangam Music School. My guru is Sri Hemant Kulkarni ji and I will be singing a semi-classical song Badal Ghumada Bada Aaye.
Namaste. My name is Medha Anantani. I am 11 years old. I have been learning Hindustani classical music for the past 7 months from Swarasangam Music School located in New Jersey. My guru is Shri Hemant Kulkarni ji. Today I will be singing Jame To Se Nahi Bolu from the movie Sautela Bhai, sung by Lata Mangeshkar ji. I thank Vishwarang USA for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sarah Kulkarni. Hello, my name is New Deshle. And today we'll be performing a duet, Dekho Mosam. देखो मौसम क्या बहार है, सारा आलम बेकरार है, ऐसे में क्यों हम दीवाने हो जाए ना। देखो मौसम क्या बहार है, सारा आलम बेकरार है, ऐसे में क्यों हम दीवाने हो जाए ना। छलकी छलकी भी है, हल्की हल्की बेखुदी भी है, ऐसे में क्यों हम यहीं पर खो जाए ना। ठंडी ठंडी रेत में जलवों की बरसात है, क्या मस्ताना है समा, क्या मत वाली रात है। ठंडी ठंडी रेत में जलवों की बरसात है, क्या मस्ताना है समा, क्या मत वाली रात है। ओ सपने बिखरे मोड़ मोड़ पे, आंखें नैना जोड़ जोड़ के, ऐसे में क्यों हम दीवाने हो जाए ना। छलकी छलकी चांदनी भी है, हल्की हल्की बेखुदी भी है, ऐसे में क्यों हम यहीं पर खो जाए ना। गाती सी हर सांस में बजती थी शहनाइयाँ, साया दिल पे डालती तारों की परछाइयाँ। गाती सी हर सांस में बजती थी शहनाइयाँ, साया दिल पे डालती तारों की परछाइयाँ। हो झाके चंदा आसमान से छेड़े हमको जान जान के, ऐसे में क्यों हम यहीं पर खो जाए ना। देखो मौसम क्या बहार है, सारा आलम बेकरार है, ऐसे में क्यों हम दीवाने हो जाए ना। दरिया की हर मौज में अरमानों का जोर है, दिल वालों के गीत का हल्का हल्का शोर है। दरिया की हर मौज में अरमानों का जोर है, दिल वालों के गीत का हल्का हल्का शोर है। ओ लहरे डोले झूम झूम के, साहिल कांगे झूम झूम के, ऐसे में क्यों हम दीवाने हो जाए ना। देखो मौसम क्या बहार है, सारा आलम बेकरार है, ऐसे में क्यों हम दीवाने हो जाए ना।
Namaste, my name is Ira Kulkarni. I'm 15 years old and I've been learning Hindustani classical music from my Guruji Shri Hemant Kulkarni for the past 10 years in Swarasangam School of Music, New Jersey. Today I'll be performing a film song Manamohana. I'm a student at Swarasangam Music School and my Guru Shri Hemant Kulkarni. I'll be performing a song called Manikidi.
नगर से खेलने होली रूपनगर से खेलने होली नाचती आई परियों की डोली बसंत ऋतु है बसंत ऋतु है मन रंग डालो बसंत ऋतु है मन रंग डालो फूल मगन हो प्रेम की बोली गाओ मिल मिल जो धुन साजे मन की बीना मत बारी बाजे मन की बीना मत बारी बाजे
Namaste. My name is Rishabh Ramakrishnan. I'm 10 years old. Today I'll be presenting a Hindi film song called Laga Chunari Mein Daag from the movie Dil Hi To Hai. I've been learning Hindustani classical music from Swarasangam School of Music located in New Jersey from my Guru Shri Hemant Kulkarni for the past 5.5 years. I would like to thank Vishwarang for this opportunity to sing today. Da